Hello there guys, and welcome back to a new video. So today, I just had this idea. I know that my fan base likes Dragon Ball a lot, and they're basically watching me because they have watched the anime, enjoyed it, and they are actually playing the Dragon Ball game on Roblox. So I decided to do something different, which is making a Roblox game, but not any game, guys. Not any type. I'm not gonna be making some stupid games or simulator games. I'm talking about an RPG game, like RPG hardcore game. Yes, it is official. I'm going to be making a Dragon Ball game. Now, when I say Dragon Ball game, I say something that is completely similar to Dragon Ball Z Final Stand. I mean, not completely. Of course, we're gonna do different features, but I'm just saying the inspirations because for me, and especially from Dragon Ball games, there's two types. There's the stupid, like stupid farm ones. So all you gotta do is basically, they just like you need to do push-ups in order to gain your strength and gain levels. Then you need to train your ki in parallel. This is actually so stupid because all you do all day is spam one ki, which actually take a lot of time. I mean, more than a lot of time, but at least fun and basically just an auto clicker and all of that. We're not going to be making those types. But in the other side, we have the real RPG games, um, such as Dragon Ball Z Final Stand. You have to do quests, and you unlock abilities, forms, different stuff. You know what I'm saying. This game may actually take a lot of time, but we actually going to be making it, but I'm gonna try not to show all the coding because it will contain some coding. I'm gonna explain a little bit of coding because otherwise it's not gonna be as fun as it looks. I'm going to be explaining a little bit of coding and at the same time I'm going to explain different mechanics just so you guys can comprehend how these games are actually made and see yourselves if you actually want to learn how to make those. I will be so honored to make scripting tutorials or whatever you actually need. Um, I do make only scripting for now. I actually do animating and yeah, it's animating. I'm not bad, but basically my main focus is on script. If you want a scripter, I'm that man. So yeah, with no further ado, let's just hop onto this video. So basically, first thing when we think of about Dragon Ball Z, or not just Dragon Ball Z, any Dragon Ball games, the thing that comes out to our mind is flying system. So I'm gonna open my pin really quick. I don't mind me. I'm gonna use pin because it's likable. So we're gonna take a red color. We're gonna draw. Okay, that's not right. So we're gonna draw a square or a rectangle, just like this one. Then we're gonna change this color, and we're gonna draw the ground. Let me just make sure it's well synchronized. Here we go. So this little square over there, or rectangle, is you, and that is the ground. Now when you spawn on the ground, that's something normal. Now, in order to fly, you need to know whenever the player is actually going to fly. You can't just fly the player randomly or anything like that. You need to know when the player is going to fly. And for us, it's basically going when he holds the space button, and that is detectable. So when the player holds the space button, all you gotta do is activate the flying system and begin the first step, which is making that player float, just like this. So once the player double clicks space, he just floats like this. Now when he's floating, that means the flying system is currently on, and there's different directions the player can actually go to. We have to script all in parallel, so there is left, so there's right, and wait, let me just change this one. We're gonna make this, so this is left. Basically, this is the x-axis. Then we have, on the y-axis, we have up, and we have down. And we actually do have one more axis, which is the axis. I don't know if you know about axis, but you're supposed to know it's one of the pieces of mathematics, and you should actually know it from school. I don't know how to draw the z-axis, but basically when the player wants to go backwards or in front of him, you know what I'm saying? That axis is what we talking about here, not just left or right or up or down. Basically, all the axes. Actually merge those together to actually go like not really on the y, like we can go 3 on the y, then 3 on the x. That means going up and going left, for example, on the same time. Now we go to this script. We're gonna start doing a little bit of code. Remember what I said. The first step is to see when the player double clicks space, and when the player when the player double clicks space, he starts floating. Now, first of all, we're gonna work on detection when the player double clicks space. Then we're gonna work on making the player float. All right, so do this, and I will get back to you. So I have just made a little script, quick little script, which is gonna do some couple of tests, and it seems to be working on the first try, which is not bad at all. And I'm just saying, it's not really usual. Yeah. So basically, this is the floating. So it doesn't look so professional because there's no animations yet. There's nothing. There's basically nothing yet. But this is the code. Now, I'm gonna give you an idea. So those are variables. You don't have to know them. Doesn't matter. Now we have if the player is holding the space button, which is the line 8. This is what it refers to, um, basically. And now, if the player is still holding the button after 0.5 seconds, which is half a second, if the player is still holding it, that means the player wants to fly. You know what I'm saying? And when we say fly, we say this line of code in here. That basically what makes it float and enable the flying system. Now, I just show you a little bit of this, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on making the player go up and down while flying. But remember, flying. If the player is not flying and he attempts to click that button, for example, we're gonna do hold space to go up, then hold control, left control to go down. Um, and if the player actually attempts to click on hold both of these buttons and he's not flying, that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna write the code. I'm gonna add it to this script because I have to. It's not like you can make everything in parallel. So I'm gonna get back to you in once I finished. All right, guys. So before I show you it, let me just tell you something first. So, let me actually show you a little bit of the script. So as you can see, there's some things that I added, which control the both directions on the Y and on the Y axis. Remember the axis I told you about? So basically, when we say the Y, just keep in mind when you say the Y axis, up or down, okay? So as you can see here, the lines of code that I added, basically the first ones which are on top, that basically defines the up. So as you can see, we have the BV. So a BV is a body velocity. A body velocity is simply an in-game object that actually we can say it is the one that makes us fly, okay? It is the one that makes us define gravity. Um, as you can see, I've added multiple things. I made the buttons as left control and space, basically. Um, so this is all what I've added, just these things. So let's go ahead and test them out, and let's see the result. I mean, I already tested them out, but just to see. All right. All right. So we're loading in. So I'm gonna fly. Okay. So if I click once, it doesn't work. I forgot to check that. Okay. Good. So now it works. I hold space. It flies up. And I hold clutch control. It flies down so smoothly. I've added that effect to actually stop smoothly. Um, yeah, I mean it's working really fine. I'm going to show it on the montage. Normally you should have been seen it. So this is just something that we need to do, which is basically now we have the up and down. We can either do the whole directions, but just in order to keep testing the flying system and not waste a lot of time, we actually going to be making the landing system, and I'm gonna try to make it like in video. I'm gonna stop it right there, and then I'm gonna end the video here uh, until the next episode. That should be still late. So as you know, the player is flying. Okay, when the player hits the ground, the flying system should be off, the floating should stop, and the body velocity I was talking about, the BV, should be deleted. Okay? Now, there's only one way. I mean, I think there's different ways to detect either the player hit the ground or, but the most efficient way and the best way is to check the humanoid state. So player, that character. So player is your player. Character is your player on the world. The humanoid, which is it's just an object containing different bunch of values that help. It also functions. So state changed. This is a function inside, not a, yeah, so it's a function inside the humanoid. Old new old is the old state, I mean flying. New is running or walking or whatever you want to do. So right here, default means basically flying because the game doesn't know we're trying to make a flying system. So basically, when the player is on air, he's basically free falling. Okay, I'm just gonna add some couple parentheses in between these both. So I just add. Well, I'm not gonna try to explain because it may be so complicated. But it's not really that complicated. But I'm just saying, you don't if you don't have the basis of this Lua. I mean, this is not a um, my goal here is not really to show you how to script more than show you how the mechanics work. Now, if flying, now, if the player hits the ground and he is flying, what we'll be doing is, first of all, we need to define BV because this is a new function. We can't steal something from a function that is basically, I mean, we can't get those variables. So basically, you not. I don't wanna be so mysterious. So basically, BV, you see that line of code that refers to the body velocity I told you about, which controls the physics system, the input physics system. I'm gonna leave a link in the description if you want to know more about body velocity. I mean, it's not that hard to understand. You need to know the properties and stuff. Now, to delete the body velocity, we have something called debris. Debris, just imagine it like a trash can. We're gonna put the body velocity. Now, why did I put that number? So basically that means 0.1, but if you can actually remove the 0 and it's just rounds. Why did I added that number? Basically it will delete it after 0.1 seconds. I mean, just for smoothly proof that this flying equals false. Yes, we're gonna set all the values to false, and we're gonna go and just imagine it works from the first try again. So we have an error right here. So um like so basically we have the error the, the on the line 9, and what can the error be? State changed. um oh well. So we basically just forgot an N. We forgot an N that will created the whole error. See, that's what I'm talking about. It may look hard, but once you get it, it tells you which line has the problem. You just need to see. I mean, I could figure it out like in 10 seconds. So we can try. Now let's hit the ground. Alright. Yeah, no, wait. Okay, it's not working actually. Nope, it's not working. So now, what I think I should do is actually remove the free falling, because when the player is free falling, um, so in this case, near all doesn't equal free falling. I'm sure about this. Okay, let's try it out. So all doesn't equal free falling because there's something in between the boat, and it works. Yeah. Oh, so it works, but I'm still full. So this is actually easy to make. I'm sorry if you hear my chair. So this is easy to fix. So we're gonna fix it straight away. Let me just try it again to make sure. Oh yeah, we fall. This why? Because the body velocity has a lot of strength applied, which when we hit the ground, that strength actually takes up and make us basically fall down. Because like imagine it like force, a lot of pressure on the character and just making him go down. So what we're gonna do is lower that value of that force. So to do it is easy because I've already set it manually. That's why you need to set it, especially for the movement scripts, movement system. So it's the one right here. It's a big number, but just removing 10 will do. I'm pretty sure. Because yeah, just remember, if you make a movement script, always don't use huge or any huge number. So it seems to be working. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, it's fixed. I mean, alright. Oh, so, we actually just made a lot of progress. We made the flying system. So all we gotta do now is work on the X and Z axes, which is not going to be so hard. Not at all. We're gonna see on the next videos. I recommend you go to the wiki if you actually want to know more about scripting, or building or animating. You can find everything there, but the majority of things there are for scripting. Scripting is, well, we can say the most complicated. I mean, it's easy. They say it's complicated, but I guarantee it's easy. If you want to learn scripting, just go ahead. I really recommend you do because it's fun and everything. Now, if you want more of this, guys, just I really want to know if you know more. If you want more or not. Like just if 10 people ask me to do the video, I will do it. Just let me know in the comments section, please. If you want Roblox scripting tutorials, as I said, I will be honored to do them. We're gonna end this video here just because it's so long. In the next episode, we're gonna straight go to it, just to don't waste any time. I had to waste a lot of time in this one just to explain what we can do, explain why I'm doing it. This is already 18 minutes, which is, I mean, okay. So we're gonna leave it here, all right? And see you on the next video. I hope. Maybe I'll upload the raw footage video. I'm not sure. All right. So see you later. Take care.